Hey guys, welcome out to the range. I wanted to show you guys something real quick today. Recently I had a student out here and we were working on follow-through. And because most people unfortunately learn their firearm skills from the internet, this gentleman kept shooting the gun and throwing the gun back in the hole. I'm sorry, he kept shooting the target and he was really good. He was a really good shot. He would shoot the target, ding, 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 and then throw the gun back in the holster. And I'd be like, stop! Follow through. And he would shoot real fast and then throw it back in the holster. And I tried a combination of a little bit of instruction and immediately back in the drill. And he would shoot and throw the gun in the holster. And then I give him the full why, the why behind why it's so important to follow through. And we'd get into the drill and he'd shoot and he'd throw the gun in the holster. And I'm like, I don't know what the equation. Guys, every student is an individual equation, which, by the way, if you want to come out and train with me, shoot me an email. We will figure out a date that fits your schedule. It doesn't even have to be something that I have on my schedule. It'll be something that fits your schedule. If you want individual instruction, your wife with you hanging out in the vehicle, your daughter, your son, I don't care. If you have a loved one or you need individual instruction, shoot me an email. We will figure out a schedule that works for you. But I had this guy who was working with me, actually it was right here, and he would just keep doing the same thing. Shoot, toss it in the holster. And I'm like, you're learning from the internet. I know you're learning from YouTube because this is a YouTube thing. I see it all the time. And it is an assumption that you will have shot the bad guy, your bullets will have found their mark, and that bad guy is done. He's out. Yeah, but that's an assumption. That's your life on the line. That is your life on, it's not his life. It's your life on the line. You're assuming your bullets have done their job and dropped this guy. And if you take your gun out of the holster, you've basically hit your power switch. And now you're gonna have to hit your power switch back on again. You've hit your power switch to the off, and now you're gonna hit your power switch back on again to get back in the fight because you have fired and assumed you're done because you are fighting as you have trained and you have put your gun away. And this was a problem because people were doing the little beep, and they would show the camera. This was a thing on Instagram a few years ago. It was really embarrassing to watch. People in flip-flops were doing this, which was like cringe-worthy. So, the crucial reason why this is such a problem. Oh, and by the way, I guess I should clarify this before we go any further. If you're seeing these glasses on me, it's because I'm having eye surgery in a couple of weeks and I'm not allowed to wear my contacts because the eye surgery, blah, 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 blah. So I have to wear these and they're actually over my prescription glasses and I gotta tell you, they're really comfortable. But anyways, the reason this is such a thing is, let's say that there are a bunch of cars here. Let's say that this barrier here is actually a car, a large SUV that I've taken cover on, or a barrier or a wall or whatever the scenario is in your head. But what I can't see, because you will tunnel. I've been in combat situations, and guess what? I did tunnel. I remember, to me it was I felt like I was looking through a toilet paper tube lined with red Mylar. You know, like those crinkly foil balloons. And back then I didn't even know what it was. Years later in training I realized, oh, that's what that was that night. I was a cop back then. So anyways, I'm gonna see this guy. This is my immediate threat. For whatever reason, he's either been running up on me or has moved up on me clandestinely, but here he is and weapons are exposed. So this is not conversation, hey dude, stop approaching. This is not issuing commands, turn away from me, down on the ground. No, this is the guy's swinging a weapon up. So I have to engage. If I engage this guy and assume my bullets have done their job and I throw my gun in the holster, because I will fight the way I train, then I will miss this guy, who I never saw. Because these people are not intelligent, but they're willing. And if you think I'm talking out of my tailpipe, you need to be looking at some of the footage that's come out of South Africa about what's going on there. These people are not wise. They're willing. And they're bold. Which is why you see in gunfights, you see a lot of hopping. You see a lot of this type of thing going on. They're like chipmunks on acid, as my friend Chase used to say. Okay? These people are just willing. That's it. They're just willing. They're willing to trade their life for yours, for your cell phone, whatever cash or credit card you may have in your pocket. Maybe it's not about that. Maybe it's about your wife or your daughter. Think about that. How important is that to you? This is what it looks like. This guy gets up on me and I realize I have a problem that's quickly approaching. So I stop him. And as I begin to turn, I realize there's another threat. You guys have seen me do this is check 360. So as I drop him, I begin to turn, and all of a sudden I see this threat. So I move to as much cover as I can. As I went off camera, you heard the gun going into the holster, because that's the important part. After this moment has happened and you've dropped the bad guy, you've stopped the threat, whatever fuzzy and or combative verbiage you want to use, because I'm perfectly fine with both, I don't really care. We are so far past the verbiage of, oh yeah, I stopped the threat. Guys, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop right there. We have a problem, people. We're being bred to be sheep, and these people know full well that that's the case. They prey on society's tolerance. The threat has now been put down, hopefully permanently. But if not permanently, at least I've stopped them so that I can get my family and my loved ones and get out of here. This is why it is so crucial that you do follow through. As stupid as this may look to some of you, and I know it is, because a lot of you bludgeon me. The comments you send me are so ignorant. And I just take it. And I just take the abuse, because there are way more of you out here who are thankful and are learning because you tell me so. And a teeny tiny little percentage of you that are dingbats who spend your time mocking me, you're irrelevant to me. In fact, you're frankly a source of fun. And at any given moment, I might engage one or two of you just for pure mirth. Because you're ugh. So anyways, guys, this is square range. Yeah, I get that. Which is why I said to you, whatever your scenario is, I said it from over here, whatever your scenario is irrelevant. The point is, this is the moment where bullets have to be launched at someone. You hit that person, the threat is stopped, they go down, and when the threat goes down, this is not the immediate action. The immediate action is track it to the ground and then look for, oh, there's another threat, and hit that threat. And then look for, oh, there's another threat, and hit that threat. That's why it's a series of steps, but we seldom get a chance to do that in the square range environment. And this technically is square range. Although the way I run this area out here, I've got a massive hill here, and a massive hill here, and a pretty darn good hill over here. So I can actually run 3 angles, and I've done it in other videos. You guys have seen it. In fact, this space, I believe, here is where this video was shot. So you guys have seen this space. This is how I run this space. Those of you that have trained with me, this space right here is the area where I lay down the multiple colored cones on the ground, and I start calling out colors, and you guys move. And at first you think it's going to be an absolute giggle fest until you get about 3 colors into it, blue, yellow, orange, or whatever, and all of a sudden you're sucking wind and you're suffering and you're wondering why you're ready to fall out, because every time that you move, stop, stabilize, shoot, and then move again, you stop breathing. You're breathing while moving, but you're not breathing while shooting, because either you've never learned or no one ever told you, you better be hyperoxygenating. Boom, take off again. Come on. Right? And some of you think it's just all kinds of hilarious because you hear me really sucking wind on this camera. I'm not sucking wind, guys. I'm not suffering. I work out enough that my cardiovascular system works quite well. The reason I'm breathing as hard as I am is I know I have to. I have to hyperoxygenate now so that by the time my body starts asking for more oxygen for my muscles, it's already stacked up in my lungs ready to go. So understand, we are way past enemy inside the house. The enemy is in control of this country now. And the only people that are going to fix the problem, it's us. As always, I thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. Better get those guns out in practice. Have a good one.